Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. Welcome in to Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. Wasn't planning on getting you guys a second video today, but a Dolphins player has set Twitter ablaze. So here I am after Lamar Jackson has requested a trade. He announced this morning on Twitter that he has requested a trade from the Baltimore Ravens. And of course, the Dolphins are not expected to be pursuing Lamar Jackson. But here's what Lamar said on Twitter about his trade request. I want to first thank you all for all of the love and support you consistently show towards me. All of you are amazing, and I appreciate you all so much. I want you all to know not to believe everything you read about me. Let me personally answer your questions. Of course, there's been a lot of speculation about his future. In regards to my future plans, as of March 2nd, I request a trade from the Ravens organization for which the Ravens has not been interested in meeting my value. Any and everyone that has met me or been around me know I love the game of football, and my dream is to help a team win the Super Bowl. You were all great, but I had to make a business decision that was best for my family and I. No matter how far I go or where my career takes me, I'll continue to be close to the fans of the Baltimore Flock Nation and the entire state of Maryland. You'll see me again. So DeShon Elliott quote tweeted this tweet. Now, DeShon Elliott, of course, one of the newest members of the Miami Dolphins, going to be the third safety on this team, signed a deal with the Dolphins during free agency. He said, hashtag, come to the Dolphins. And I'm sure you can imagine how Dolphins Twitter reacted to this. His replies were not a pretty sight. Producer Jeff Cooperstein. This guy, as the kids say, got ratioed. I just don't think this is a good look for DeShon Elliott. And here's why. Number one, he is a new member of this football team. If anything, he should be trying to impress this fan base, right? Trying to win over Dolphins fans. This is his first season with the Dolphins. He should not be taking to Twitter to recruit a quarterback to Miami when Miami already has a franchise quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. He should be supporting his new quarterback, Tua. And look, I get it. Lamar and him, were teammates in Baltimore for 3 seasons. If anything, this might just be him supporting his old teammate. But if I'm an NFL player on Twitter, producer Jeff Cooperstein, and I have nearly 50,000 followers, and I just joined a new team, and I want this fan base to like me, aren't I going to think for a hot second before I press send on a tweet like that? Oh, Tua's on the Dolphins. Oh, Dolphins Twitter loves Tua. Dolphins players love Tua. Tua's really good. Aren't I going to think about that before I press send on the dang tweet? It's like, look, if I'm his agent, if I'm his social media manager, I'm saying don't send a tweet like that. Let's say, a Bills player. Let's say, Trent Sherfield, for example, would have tweeted that. Hashtag come to the Dolphins, new Bills player. He's not going to do that because Josh Allen's his quarterback, right? So I just feel like DeShon Elliott should have thought about that tweet before he pressed send. And he deleted it. It took him about 30 minutes, but he did delete the tweet. But I just don't think it's a great look for Elliott to have been tweeting that out. Now, I did not build this graphic. Lamar's not coming to the Dolphins. If he does, we'll go live. But as I tweeted earlier, Lamar Jackson is not a Dolphin. Let's make that very clear. The Dolphins have picked up Tua Tagovailoa's 5th-year option. Tua is going to be the guy. Mike McDaniel was actually asked about Tua at the league meetings earlier today. We'll show you those quotes. But hit that subscribe button because we're all about the Dolphins. We're all about Fins Nation here on Dolphins Day, all about the Fins. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, Lamar is not coming to the Miami Dolphins. Producer Coop built that graphic, not me. DeShon Elliott signed a 1-year deal with the Dolphins in free agency. He is recruiting Lamar Jackson in Miami on Twitter. Dolphins Twitter was freaking out about this. He did play with Jackson in Baltimore for 3 seasons. So in Elliott's defense, he's just showing love to his old teammate, right? So I want to know your thoughts on this, Dolphins fans. Is this a bad look that DeShon Elliott tweeted this out? Type B. Or if you don't care, type D. Don't care down in the comments section. Let me know. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when that break comes, go down, chime in. What are your thoughts on DeShon Elliott publicly recruiting Lamar Jackson to the Miami Dolphins? DeShon Elliott, after he deleted that tweet, said, LMAO-IA. It's just Twitter. Calm down. DeShon Elliott, here's something else you got to learn. It's not just Twitter. It's Dolphins Twitter that we are talking about. Dolphins Twitter is a different breed. Dolphins Twitter is something else. You have every other team in the NFL, their Twitter. Then it's Dolphins Twitter. It's just a different world, DeShon Elliott. So, you're a member of Fin Station now. We're going to grow to love you. But Dolphins Twitter, you got to understand, my friend, is a lot different. And Dolphins Twitter's also been buzzing about these draft caps that just dropped today. Go and pick up your Dolphins draft hat at chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Man, I'll tell you what, producer Coop and I were looking at these before we started the show, and we're like, these are pretty fresh. You can be one of the first people to buy them. Chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Go and pick them up. They just dropped today. Chatsports.com/Dolphins draft. Going back to Lamar Jackson, and I know I've said this before, but Lamar Jackson does not make sense for Miami. You have a franchise quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa that has proven to be a top 10 quarterback in this league when healthy. And some of y'all are like, well, we got to move on because of the durability concerns. Lamar Jackson has missed more games with injuries the last 2 seasons than Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa has missed 8 games. Jackson has missed 10. And I understand the concussion concerns are probably a little bit more concerning than Lamar's injury concerns. But still, if you want a more durable quarterback, Jackson has missed a lot of time in the last 2 years as well. And it does not make any sense for the Dolphins to be sending future first-round picks to the Ravens when you already have a really good quarterback in Miami that fits Mike McDaniel's system. Lamar Jackson does not make sense for the Miami Dolphins. I do not expect them to be pursuing Lamar after this trade request. Who's the better quarterback? Type 8 for Lamar or type 1 for Tagovailoa down in the comment section. 8 for Lamar, 1 for Tua down in the comment section. Mike McDaniel was asked at the league meetings earlier today about Tua. He says he's doing great. He's had a really good offseason with his family and training and positioning himself to feel good moving forward. He's very healthy, vibrant, and I can see a hunger in him that I'm excited to watch play out. He's a younger player, and he's very honest and candid. But it also gives me a barometer. He was doing a lot. He's got a lot of room to grow. Let's just say that. He did an unbelievable job being able to lead the offense in year 1. That's a new language. That's a good point from Mike. This is his first year where he's going to have a continued offense, play caller, and position coach. And I think that's going to be big for Tua Tagovailoa. The sky is the limit for Tua Tagovailoa. We saw the potential this past year on display, that phenomenal season that Tagovailoa had, helping lead the Dolphins to the playoffs. If he stays fully healthy this year, plays all 17 games, this is going to be a very dangerous Dolphins team, and Tua might even win MVP. Yeah, I just said that. I don't know why producer Coop is laughing. Tua Tagovailoa can absolutely win MVP because you look at the numbers from this past season. He led the league in passer rating. Hear that, producer Coop? Led the league in passer rating. Tied for first in passing touchdowns per attempt. First in yards per attempt. First in yards per completion. But, wait. Skip Bayless told me that Tua couldn't throw the deep ball. Everybody in the media told me Tua couldn't throw the deep ball. Look at those rankings. Those will say otherwise. Can the Dolphins, I'm just, the critics are just so loud. They're still so loud. Can the Dolphins win the Super Bowl with Tua Tagovailoa? Not next year's Super Bowl, but just a Super Bowl with Tua Tagovailoa. Y for yes, in for no, down in the comment section. And when you say Miami. Those are my thoughts on that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're always breaking down Miami Dolphins news and rumors.